on, Mesa. Hello everyone, and welcome back. My morning routine, I'm milking out the cow. Sometimes she'll come right up to the door and she'll be mooing. Sometimes I gotta go out there and pet her. And she'll come, and now she's stopped. It's cold this morning, it's 32 degrees, so this is the coldest morning she's had here. So she stopped over there, I'll go pop a lead on her and then pull her in here. We have a real hard time getting her in the door sometimes. She slipped and fell. Partway here, so I put these black mats down now, and ever since then she'll kind of stop at the door. Sometimes we'll get Melissa out here and she'll take a stick and poke her in the butt and go. So I'm going to just lead her in here and go in there and slap her in the butt, and she should know right where to go. But she's got her own personality and she's being snooty this morning. Come on, don't be all snooty this morning. I'll go get Melissa. Come here. Good girl. Oh. There you go, huh? Oh man. She walked in pretty easy today. Let's see if so. The next thing I have to do is wash her teats. I bring out one pail of really hot water, because that has to wash this out. I wash her. Good girl. And then I have to hand milk and get a couple of squirts out of each one. There we go. Sometimes she's a real pain letting down her milk. There you go. Oh, that was a good one there. When she first would come in here, it took her forever to eat her grain. And once she eats all of her grain, you know, she wants to get out of here. And now she's eating it faster and faster. I can usually get the milk out of the front too, and you know, she only has one in the back that works. And this one doesn't give as much milk, and it's reluctant. You got to kind of massage her. If I can't get any out, then I hook up the front two, and once I do that, this one lets go. There we go. There we go. After that, I've got to put this Smart Dip stuff on there to kill all the bacteria. Now I'm going to turn on the milking machine, so it's going to be too loud for me to talk. If she does run out of feed, then I feed her some more of this. I don't know, 3/4 of a scoop, a little more, whatever she wants there. Because this has mineral in it and everything, and it's just for a dairy cow. It's the perfect amount of feed for them. Because they get 2 scoops of ground corn. I just ground a bunch yesterday. 1 scoop of this she gets, and then about, I don't know, half or a little more than half of one of these. But if she gets through it, I feed her this is really good stuff for her. If you massage them, they'll let more milk down, especially this back one. And also then if you pull on it, more milk comes in. You don't want to do too much pulling because they can get sore. And once this one's done, I'll pull it and then I'll put a plug in there. So because that one seems to get kind of tender. You can see what I mean, like this one's not pulling anything down. But if I go up here, see how that, I don't know if you can see that, but then she lets more milk down. And also if I pull, usually if I push up like a calf would do and pull down, not getting much like for that one this time. That back one's almost done. She milks out in about 8 to 10 minutes. So I would say that this one is about done. So then I've got this right here, which is a plug. So I'm going to release the airflow on this, which is going to allow me to pull this off. And I'm going to try to shut this back up again. Plug it. and it looks like that chain is too short, all she has to do is take a half a step forward. She always is stretching, but nothing is stopping her from going forward. This side melts up faster than this one, so we just ordered another plug so I can plug this one also. That should be here in a couple of days. It's going to make it easier for me and easier on her too, because she doesn't, like I said, it gets sore. There you go, you want some more? That looks pretty good. So I open this up to release the pressure. Pull this off. And I lift up this hose to get all the milk in the bucket. So in the morning, it's it all depends. This morning, and a lot of the mornings before, now we got a smaller milk jug that I usually dump this in, but it has milk in it because Melissa was doing butter all afternoon yesterday. So what we do in the morning is, like, I'll put this whole thing in now because that other one is being used. This goes into the milk cooler. And then tonight when we milk out, then they get, you know, that gets shook up because of all the cream and stuff in it will have started to separate. And then we get both of the milks together and put them into half-gallon jars, and then they go into the milk cooler. But in the mornings we do it this way. Melissa was just out here. Usually she helps milk in the morning and at night, but I just was gone. And you guys are getting this video before the duck hunting video, but I just got back from duck hunting last night, or yesterday, I should say about noon, and she's been milking them for 4 days. Her and then her son Brandon would come out and help. And so I thought, well, this morning I'll just let her get a little more sleep and I'll come out and do it. And she'd come out there and was saying, why didn't you come out and why didn't you get me? I like to dip this first. And like I said, that's real hot water. And then when I do it like this, when I'm going to put that container into the fridge, then I just use this one as to wash out. Because this is a 2-cow milker, but I removed all the second cow milker because we just have the one right now. And now I'm going to turn this on, and then it's going to suck all of that hot water through everything to get everything rinsed. Once that's done, I'll dump this out. And now this bucket does not get used for this next step. For this step I use this bucket. I have an A written on there because once a week we do acid wash, which we did last night. And then the rest of the week then I'm going to put cold water in here, and then you put a little bit of vinegar in here, maybe a shot glass, a little bit more. And then that does the cleaning. I'm going to run it through the machine like I just did, and then we're going to let it sit for, 5-10 minutes. I usually get the grain and stuff ready while it's sitting there waiting. And that kills any bacteria that's in there. But then once a week we do the acid wash, that really cleans it good and, makes sure everything's dead. Always rinse this out. This bucket I have A written on it because that's my acid or vinegar bucket. As that sits there, I usually get everything cleaned up and ready for the next milking. I know in the getting ready for duck hunting video, I think I covered this, but I had this solid 2x6 before, and I had such a hard time getting her back out. It was just impossible. I mean, I could get her, but it really was, and I worried with me being gone and Melissa doing it, even though Brandon is here. Brandon is a new person to her, and she's real particular about new people, especially at first. So that first, I was worried about the first time. Anyway, somebody in one of the comments said, why not make this removable? So that's exactly what I did. I just put a 2x4 in here instead of a 2x6, put a couple brackets, put this on so that, because she'll put her head underneath here when she's done. The first time I did it, I just had it sitting there, pretty soon she's lifting it up. But it really helped a lot, because now I moved the milker back a little bit, spin her around and take her right out. And it's really helped a lot. So I got this done. Now I want to get tonight's grain put in there. And I know I covered this in that video too, but I still haven't edited that video. I've got the very long duck hunting one to edit, but I don't know which channel I'm putting the getting ready for duck hunting on yet. So I give her 2 scoops of corn. One scoop of this dairy caramel mix. This is the one that has mineral in it. And maybe a half or so scoop of this stuff, which is pretty high molasses in there. And I put the corn and the other mix in like this. Give it a little mix. I put the sweet stuff on top. And just like that there. And then I get the grain that Festus gets. I give him 2 scoops. And 1 scoop. And then I usually get 1 full scoop of this also. And as he gets older, a little bit, you know, he's got a year to go before he gets butchered, and he'll get a lot more grain. Right now, as I'm learning how to do this, this is what he's getting. If I don't have a whole lot of cleanup to do, like I do this every day, but Melissa was milking, you know, when I was gone, so no reason for her to have to do this when she's doing all that and working. So if I didn't have this much to do then, I will go feed Festus right now while that milker is doing its soak. And this is an ever-evolving milking situation, but right now this works pretty good for us. I'd say that's close to a 10-minute soak, so now I'm going to dump this out. And when I do it, like this has already been cleaned and sanitized, but if I would have been doing the milk bucket, like I talked about when we put it into the other one, then when I dump it, I'll take it like this and then I'll like spin it around so that, you know, everything gets some vinegar on it and gets rinsed, you know, just gets rinsed good. You really can't do too much for trying to keep stuff clean. Now I put this back, and now I have to run one more thing of clean cold water through it as a rinse, and then we're done. I've got that dirty bucket down there because if I happen to be not moving her out and I see her tail lift because she's going to take a dump, I'll put that underneath there and I can usually catch most of it. She's only did it a few times, well, she's probably done it 5 or 6 times now. More in the beginning when she first started coming in here because she didn't have any clue what this place was. Actually, I'm going to use my hot water bucket because that one's really stays the cleanest. I don't know what that other bucket was used for when I was gone. Alright, so everything is ready for tonight. This bucket goes back inside because we just have to bring out one bucket with about 4 gallons of hot water. And then one clean rag every time. That's it. It's changed a lot since we first started when, I'd bring out a hot water bucket and a warm water bucket to use to clean her udders, and it's like, well, I can just put that, the rag into the hot water and just hold it for a minute so that it doesn't burn her. It's not too hot. So now we have to go take care of Festus. I'm going to be switching that around too. I think we're going to usually at night I put her in with Festus and close her in. And then in the morning I go out there and open up that back gate, and then she comes all the way around to here. I didn't do that last night. I left her in the back pasture and Festus in the front. And that could have been another reason why she was a little irritated this morning or wouldn't come right in. Usually when I open that gate in the morning, I'm walking behind her and she's over here. And then when I let her out, she's in this back pasture. And then at about 6:30 at night, when I milk her, she's at that back door mooing, which all of this just seems like I just did this video. So I must have said the same stuff in that, the duck hunting, before duck hunting video, but oh well, I'd probably put them on 2 different channels anyway. Oh shit. Almost forgot to put this in. Right now, I've got things to latch everything, but we only open the one door, so I just have this holding it. Well, if she's here anytime she's actually pushed on the door, if she ever broke this loose, and I don't have this here, she gets in here, gets into that grain, they don't stop eating, they can kill themselves. So I always put this in just to make sure that she's not going to get in. You ready for something to eat? There you go. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching my morning milking routine. I'm going to do these videos once in a while because things will change as I learn more and do it more often. Right now it takes about 30 minutes start to finish. From the time I fill up that bucket till I'm at this point right here, it takes about a half hour. I will see you guys on the next video.